Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream here on the channel for the Black Hood Crew. I am your host slash chauffeur, BHCxDark. Name is always there in the corner. And as always, you can follow along on YouTube and Facebook at the Black Hood Crew. Then follow along at my name directly on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. So, I am back from my weekend. Like I said, I wasn't going to be here on Monday, yesterday. But I am back today, and got hit with some really sad news on Sunday. For anybody out there that's ever been a fan of the Power Rangers, we lost Jason David Frank, better known as Tommy Oliver, the original Green Ranger, White Ranger. He was also a Red Ranger and also a Black Ranger in subsequent seasons. This is a big loss because he embraced everything that the exposure through Power Rangers offered. He embraced it. Every single time he went out to signings and conventions, just anything in general, he always embraced. He never forgot what gave him his big break. And he never looked down on it. He never really had anything negative to say about having been a Power Ranger. It is sad indeed that we also lost Kevin Conroy literally earlier this month. That was a devastating loss too. The definitive voice for Bruce Wayne, as well as the definitive voice for Batman. We have these two giants in their respective industries, who again, like JDF, Conroy never looked down, he never thought negatively of his time as Batman, but embraced it for the opportunity that it was and for the connections it allowed him to have in his life. I mean, during the 90s, Batman the Animated Series was the quintessential superhero cartoon, because not only did you have your goofy episodes, the over-the-top thematics, script writing, acting, but you also had those heartfelt lesson learning moments that kids shows at that time were not going to. Like, Batman the Animated Series dealt with some very dark themes regularly. And not once did it ever feel like, what the f are you doing? Let's go! Idiots. Anyway, Batman the Animated Series tackled so many dark themes, very adult themes, but was able to portray them in a way that younger generations, younger crowd, and ultimately, essentially their viewer base could not only understand, grasp, but could see the lessons for what they were. And it's still going strong. I mean, the show's been off air for so long, but the character, the stories, the lessons endure. And the same is said about Power Rangers. As ridiculous as that may sound, there were lessons to be learned from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, whether it was the TV show or the film. You know, there were lessons to be learned. And through the portrayal of the Rangers, we got to learn those lessons. And now we've lost one. Well, another one. For those of you that didn't already know, the original Yellow Ranger, Trini, sadly lost her life after the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ended. But before the film could be made, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie could be made. Sad then, sad now. And I gotta tell you, you know, regardless of how it happened, you still gotta be out there and you still gotta put the message out. Look out for each other. Look out for those who are struggling. Whether it's a mental thing, a physical thing, whether they're struggling with an addiction or just an unfortunate situation going on in their life, look out for each other. Because it doesn't matter how much success you have. It can come for you. It can hit you, and almost always when you least expect it. Talk to people, reach out. You know, whether you are the one in the center, the one struggling, whether you are the one struggling, or whether you are a friend, family member, partner to the one struggling, reach out. Let them know it is okay to go through what you're going through, but you don't have to do it alone. There are people out there who are also going through it. And nothing gives you a better perspective on the struggle than actually knowing others that are going through it too. They give you perspective, they give you insight, they give you another way of seeing it, one maybe you did not consider. Different point of view, a different way of thought, different from your own, might give you that insight, that spark for you to say, you know what, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through it because I have people around me who got my back. And ultimately, that's really what anybody struggling really needs. It's just someone in their corner. Instead of having to face down the world alone, just have at least one person in their corner who's just saying, man, you got this. Whatever it is you're going through, you got this. And when you fall, I'll be the first hand to reach out to help you up. Sometimes that's all you need. And I'm not talking about like some random person. I'm talking about someone who knows, who sees the struggle, who sees what is going on. And when you fall, and I promise you, you will, because we all do, that you truly know that theirs will be the first hand to reach out. Come and say, come on, let's handle this. Let's get through it. You can't do it alone, then let's go through it together. Whether it's, an ear to lend, pat on the back, or just simply a safe space. Sometimes that's all we need. And, I wish there was a more, I don't want to say positive, but a more understanding view of mental health and how important it is to look after your mental health just as much as your physical health. Just as much as you would go to the gym, work out, eat right, take vitamins, supplements, whatever, for your physical health. Your mental health is just as important. So if you're not doing okay mentally, if you're not doing okay, I say reach out. There is no shame in asking for help when you need it. None at all. Because at the end of the day, how can any of us really be effective in society if we can't go forward together? And sometimes that means helping each other move forward. Whether it's something small or something big or something as important as mental health. You got to reach out. You got to say, I need help. And then actually go out there and get that help. Because the last thing anybody wants is to know, to have the knowledge of someone they knew, someone they looked up to, someone they respected, suddenly not be here anymore because of something that I wouldn't say could have been prevented, but could have been staved off, could have been better controlled, better understood, so that maybe it doesn't happen, at least not prematurely anyway, for those of us out there. Because at the end of the day, our time here on Earth is finite. Nobody lives forever. It's impossible. So the best we can do is make use of the time we're here to enjoy the time that we're here. Whether it's creating or just in general sharing your life with someone else or with many people. Mental health is extremely important. And the fact that people are looked down upon for seeking help with mental issues, with their mental health, is a problem in the society. Nobody wakes up deciding that they're going to be depressed, that they're going to be, off, always run down from having to carry so much. Nobody wakes up saying that, hey, I'm going to have anxiety today. No one wakes up nervous or fearful. Nobody does that willingly. Nobody wakes up and goes, I don't want to be around anymore. Nobody wants to be in that situation. Nobody wants to feel that way. So if there are places, people, or just in general opportunities to, I wouldn't say get rid of those feelings, because in reality they never go away. But you can put yourself in a beneficial position, one where you can seek help to better understand these feelings, why you're feeling them, and then better live with them, so that you can be around for yourself, for those that care about you, for everyone around you. Because I promise you that whether you think it or not, you've affected at least one life. Whether it's a positive or negative effect, I cannot touch on that. Hopefully, a positive. So, please, if you're having feelings of being down, being sad all the time, tired all the time, even after getting, 7-8 hours sleep, if you're still feeling tired, I promise you, that is a symptom of something else. Seek help. The help is out there. You just got to be willing to acknowledge it and admit it to yourself that you need help. And that's okay. It's okay to need help sometimes. None of us are perfect. Even those who are at the top of their game, those who you would never in a million years think, man, what does he have to be depressed about? What does she have to be depressed about? What do they have to be depressed about? have our own struggles. I'm not saying one struggle is more important than another. I'm just saying we all have them, and a little bit of help goes a long way. So please, before you make any permanent decisions with permanent results, really dive down and think, is this really necessary? Or is this a temporary problem with which I'm trying to solve it with a permanent solution? Instead, gain insight, ask for help, seek help. And I'm not saying use your friends or your family like your own personal therapist, because they're not. But you can ask questions. You can ask questions. You can sit down and go, I feel like this because of this. Where can I get more information? Where can I turn to? Because if, say, the person to your left hasn't sought professional help before, I can almost guarantee the person to your right has. Maybe the person in front of you. Or maybe even those people who have got your back, who are that first hand to reach out and help you up. Maybe they have. And they're willing to say, hey, I can't provide you the help that you need, but I know someone who can. And provide contact information, appropriate contact information, for you to find the help you need. So again, I say, before you think about making a decision with a permanent result, think about it. Is this really the solution that is required for this? Or are there other options? Less permanent solutions to this problem. Because, again, I would rather you be here and getting help with what you're struggling with than to have you leave, never to come back, only to find out that this could have been helped. This situation could have been helped. There were other options. Just please think of what you would leave behind. Should you make that permanent decision? Think of who would miss you, who would be most broken by you not being around. Because even if you don't think so, there's someone out there right now who would miss you terribly if you were gone. Especially if you're gone too soon. Instead, of doing that, just look for other options. Look for help. Seek help. Far too many people are leaving this world too early, giving a permanent solution to what, in hindsight, is a temporary problem. Not always, but yeah, that seems to be the trend now. It's not a good one. So I made it to work. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the stream here. I will be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m., playing Apex. There was some Apex last week, but definitely I am back this week. Play Apex. Thursday, Among Us VR. And then Friday, Fortnite. So, till tomorrow night, 9 p.m., here on the channel for the Black Hood Crew. I've been your streamer, BHCxDark. YouTube and Facebook at the Black Hood Crew. My name directly on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. So until tomorrow, be safe, be smart, be excellent to each other. Take it easy.